Warthog Princess, and welcome to my planner update. This includes mostly Erin Condren, although a lot of the stickers within are from a variety of sources. But here is how it kind of has gone so far. So if you've been following my planning journey so far, I did kind of decide that Petite planner was the way I wanted to go, so I bought some annual ones and some dailies. This is my main daily planner. It's the Wonder Woman, so it's gold, and I just put my own charm on there that I built myself. I just went to the craft store and bought the little charm thing and then just put a hook on it. So it has a little bling, and I know it's silver on gold, but I don't care. It's metallic anyways. I also added a couple things to the folio. I bought these little stickers that you can put a pen elastic on there so that I always have a pen on the ready. And I also added the little plastic sleeve. It has on the front, it has 2 big pockets on the back, 3 on the front, so like card slots. You could put stickers or pictures or business cards, whatever you want there. And then the back piece of it has sort of a little envelope that you can put things in. I have some like wellness logs, different trackers that I have, and it looks like that. So that's the back of it. And then I have 3 Petite planners in here. I have first the monthly planner, and this one is dated, so July 20 to December 21. And I do have that in the sparkle clear cover, because that is one of the journals that I might take out by itself and just use as a calendar, was my thinking at the time, and I just have left it in there. The second one is my wellness log, and this is the single most used item in my collection so far, because I'm really trying to focus on eating better, getting more activity, and tracking my blood pressure and blood sugar and weight every single day, and all of my things that I'm eating and the activities I'm doing. So it's quite tedious, but once you develop a habit pattern, it's not so bad, and this is a perfect place for me to log all of that. I do have that clear blue plastic cover on it, and it doesn't look blue when you have it on, but when you see the cover by itself, it is kind of a clear blue. You can kind of see there the difference. So we'll go into some of these details in just a moment, but the third piece in this particular set, Kelly, go lay down. Go lay down. Is the health journal. And this one maybe is designed for someone who's up against like a cancer struggle or something else, but I've morphed it into something that is perfect for me. So if I'm going out to a doctor's appointment, I take this and I have all of my data right here. That is going to be key. So how exactly am I using it? Well, this first one is my calendars. So I have just a big paper clip here, just a regular big paper clip, and it marks where the current month is. So that's my January. It's a bit of a mess. Let's look real quick at February, for example. You can see that I've pre-decorated the months. Nothing fancy, but I've just kind of put some maybe seasonal decorations. March has like St. Patty's stuff. April, sort of springy, Easter. You get the idea. And of course, May is flowers, April showers, big May flowers, and it goes on and on. So that's pretty much it. For example, here's September with some current travel plans. I don't think this cruise is going to happen, but there you go. And then December, 2 more cruises, probably not going. That's my big plans for this year, all about to be canceled. The second half of the book is actually blank note pages in a dot grid format, and the whole second part of the journal is like that. So when I first bought this, I thought, man, they could have put 2 years worth of calendars in there or something, and it's not wasted pages, but since they sell journals separately, I thought, well, I could have had a more extensive calendar and a separate notebook, whatever. So that was one thing that changed my mind about how I was going to use it. In the back here, I just have some things that are printouts, like I have a reservation for camping later this year, I have an appointment reminder, a reservation for Orlando. So I just kept those papers together, and I put this big Erin Condren bookmarker clip on them just to hold them, and I just set it in the back, because when you add this plastic sleeve, it does give you a little bit of a little folder here, and the journals themselves actually have a little pocket there. So what do I have in there? the garbage schedule for the holiday pickups. Yeah, it's important. So you can use that pocket even with the plastic cover on there. And then I have some address labels and stamps because you never know when you're going to need those. So there you go. Probably shouldn't show you my address. I don't think you could read it. But anyways, the wellness journal. Now, I added the monthly tabs to it so that I have this. There is a video where we went through all of the setup of this and my lessons learned in doing it because this was my very first experience with doing this kind of vlog. And I'll put that video link right here for you so that you can do the total walkthrough. I can tell you that this started August 10th. And let me just find a random page here that's not too personal. Like, okay. So, oops, that's one problem with leaving it open. So you can just see every day I log, you know, my activities or certain key things for the day. The rainbow and the paw print, that was the day we had to say goodbye to Lucy. But then here I have blood pressure, pulse. I just added my own little tidbits to this section to track weight and vitals and whatnot. And then on this side is just, you know, what did I eat, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And the stricter you account for it, the better your progress will be. I can just tell you that from experience, and that's very generic no matter what kind of a plan you're doing. If you hold yourself to it and really be honest with yourself, and you have to look at it when you write it down, it is very helpful for you. Anyways. And then in between each month, there is this 2-page spread, which you can write down your measurements. Sorry, I'm just going to leave that out for now. So I write down my measurements. I write down just notes as the month is going on, like something significant that happened that month, whether it has to do with wellness or emotional or whatever, revelations that I had along the way. So it kind of is like a journal-ish, but just bullet statements and just very little. And this side is goals. So what are my goals for this coming month? What are the accomplishments from previous and progress on anything? And then plans for next month. And so it's kind of those 4 sections there. Before I filled it all in, as you'll see in that other video that I linked already, is how I decorated it. So you can see that ahead. So let's fast forward to a month that we are not in yet. This goes up until February. So let's see. So here you can see the blank February because obviously we're not in February yet, but I decorated the page with motivational stuff and seasonal stuff and just added a little washi on the side. So that's what it looks like before I fill it in. And then the weekly stuff, yeah, that's a bad example because that's the end of the book. But it has notes pages at the end. That was just where I was tracking my lessons learned when I was setting it up. So let's see here. Here is a basic week. Each month I do have different washi tapes, but February. So you can kind of see I already drew a face so I can write a happy face or sad face if I met my step goal for the month. And that's what it looks like for now. So BS is blood sugar, P is pulse, BP is blood pressure. I put my weight right there. I put a check mark next to the ounce just saying, yeah, I met my water. And then underneath here, I put my amount of sleep and the grade I got for my sleep, which is usually a low amount of sleep and a low score because I have terrible sleep issues now. And then my steps. I write it all down. So anyways, that's that. Now, this is kind of fun. This is just worth sharing. You know, in the very beginning, if you watch my intro video, I talked about one of the things that I would touch on along the way was the power of positivity or little ways that I keep myself positive or motivated or re-motivate and re-engage myself. But anyways, this is a note that I found in my drawer when I was cleaning out like last year before COVID hit. And I put it in this journal and every once in a while I find it by accident, just like just now. And it's just like this metallic ink on a black paper, which is kind of cool. But I just wrote some things down. Love yourself, heart, smiley face, star. Fully, wholly, completely. Put you first. And by that I meant building things into my schedule that were to make me better physically and mentally. Pay attention to your body. Put your mind at ease. Take care of you. Give yourself credit. No excuses. Love, leave, let go, live for you. Now, this is not to say in any way that you should become a super selfish, egomaniacal jerk. But sometimes you find in your life perhaps that you're just giving it all elsewhere and you need to kind of rebalance things. This was just a reminder to do that and to not be lazy about wellness for yourself. That's what I'm getting at here for myself. And then it just says, share with others, make peace with failures, be better than yesterday, own your own, listen and learn, live your best life, and then a heart. So write yourself notes. Put them somewhere you'll find them again. And maybe a long time down the road, it may be every day you see that sticky on your mirror or on the door on your way out. But, give yourself something, whatever it is that gets you going. Anyways, maybe that's an overshare, but that's how I roll. Okay, so I'm going to put that right back there because those are great reminders and happy reminders too. So the wellness journal, again, I will put another link for that one here where you can see kind of the blank setup. But since it's all filled in with my actual medical data, I'm not going to dive too deeply into it. I'll just give you a flash. There is like the medical conditions, statistics, notes about your history. Then it goes into these, and I'm not using these thus far, treatment options. And it gives you a bunch of different, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so there's like 8 different, 2 per page of different treatment options that you can like write down to help you assess. And then there's treatment plan stuff. So far those pages are unused for me. Then there's a notes page, which I just decorated. I have not decided how to use that one yet, but it's ready to go. Then I have my surgical history. So I made it like red and white washi because that's blood. Medical information. So 2 things. This one page is information. So your allergies, your insurance, your emergency contacts, things like that. And then on the other side starts a listing of your medical providers, and it's 3 per page, and there's several pages worth. So I have them all filled in, and then I put faces to kind of tells me which specialty they are. It's just my own little code, so I can find them quickly. And since that's my network of providers, I have like a matrix purple washi on it. So I can flip through here at a glance and find the appropriate section for myself. So each of these are just providers, different specialties, things like that. And then there's spaces that you can put questions for the doc. I haven't put anything there because I'm filling that out in a different section. So that's open. Then we have medication log. So a lot of supplements and vitamins and medications that I've taken over time. And then I just cross them out when I'm not taking them. Then x-rays and results that I've had over the years. Shot records basically. So there's my, again, you got the blood colors, and then I have the little syringe sticker. But yeah, so this is like all the way back to when I joined the Air Force in 1990. So there's a lot of immunizations. Yeah. And then there's what's called a support log. So again, kind of a matrix. So this is just names like if I had to go in the hospital, which if you've been watching my videos, happens. So if I have to go, I just can grab this. And like I said, I have all the pertinent info for some tidbits that should be in my medical records, but because I haven't lived in this one place my whole life, my records are all over the place. So it just kind of helps. But this part, this support log, I think is intended to be a thank you log. Like if you were going through treatment and people did things for you, you'd write that down so that you could remember to thank them later. I'm using it differently. So I just put names, phone numbers, and state so that as I'm traveling around the country, if something came up, I could look at this at a glance and see what state am I in or near. And I maybe could call someone if I had an emergency or I needed some assistance. So all my friends all over, I've put some of them in here just in case, because you never know. Yeah, so there's a bunch of pages of that. In the middle, there's these motivational pages, which I just decorated because I like colorful, happy stuff. And I emphasized braver, stronger, smarter, and more loved than you know. And then these are the appointment logs. And I'm not going to show you the ones I filled in, but I will show you the blank ones. So this is what it looks like. So you have, who you were seeing and when and what for and how the appointment went, your questions and the plans for the future, that kind of thing. So a really great way to keep track, especially if you have complex medical things like I do. So this is just like, oh man, our last visit, what did we talk about? Maybe it's been a long time, maybe not, but anyways. So that's pretty much what the rest of the book is those. And then in the back, I just have like my headache log, my medication list that I could just pull that out and hand it to them, that kind of thing if I needed to. I've got some contact info my friend wrote down when I went in the hospital so that I can get in touch with her. But I do keep, oops, oh, that's a contact. I do keep just a paper with like my local points of contact, my medical power of attorney, my siblings, emergency contacts, neighbors, things like that. So in case they need to get hold of them for me. And this is just other papers need to go back in there. So that is it for my main journal. And I'm just gonna put that aside. So I bought the monthlies so that I could have a year and a half of calendars, and that was a good idea, but it didn't leave a lot of space. I don't need dailies. I don't really need a big weekly or hourly detail thing, but I needed more than those little boxes on that calendar could offer me to fill in my info. So I started getting some of the dailies, and I started with the undated ones, and then I picked up the dated ones. So this is the last quarter of last year. So 2020, October to December. And the reason I have this one still out and clipped is I was working on my regrets list because that was asked for another video. So I marked it so that I could take those notes and convert it to an actual video. Soon, coming soon. But what this ended up being, because I don't really need a whole daily schedule, I had decorated it with motivational stickers and stuff. But it didn't ended up like a daily, it just wasn't working for me that great. So the dated ones, unlike the undated ones, they have this calendar view in between. So you could use this as a standalone. You have your full monthly views, and then you have your dailies to track the details and or journal. It's a great mix. But since I had already bought all this other stuff, I'm determined to use it all. So I'm using the calendar for the calendar, wellness for wellness, etc. And then I have, this one's old, so it's taken out, but I replaced it. So I have all of 2021. I have all 4 dated quarterlies in here. And I now use this as sort of just a daily journal. Now, I may not write in it every single day, but that just leaves more space for those days where I have more to say. And so I just kind of using it as I go, trying to be better about, I've got nothing but time right now. I mean, come on. So it gives me something to do each day. Just write a few notes about what happened that day or what I wanted to or what I want for the next, whatever. You get the idea. You know what journals are. But this one is personalized. So I did get Xena on there. And this one is a fun starry on navy. So it's metallic on navy. And like I said, I do have that same insert in there. I just put some extra page markers. And the quarterlies, as you can see on this one, they are decorated. And you can see that I've just written my little journal notes along the way. Let's see, here's some unused pages, even though they should be used right now because I haven't written in it in a week. I've got some catching up to do. Been so busy shopping and making videos. Oops. But anyways, yeah, so into February, and you can kind of see how those go. Now, later, maybe next video today, I don't know, but very, very soon, I'm going to, the first 2 are decorated and in progress. The second half of the year, or the 3rd and 4th quarters, they're not yet decorated. So this is what they look like when they're completely blank. So that's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So your Saturdays and Sundays always share a page, which I don't necessarily always like because just because it's the weekend doesn't mean there's less going on. But so your normal like weekday, you'd have 2 whole pages, and then you have your little monthly calendar view right there. So you do, like I said, you still have the month view in between them. So you have that. And I decorate it all. So I've got 2 to decorate. We will do a plan with me video because that has been asked for. So this is what we're gonna work on. Now, so step 1 was Petite planners. Step 2 was the dailies that then converted to journals. So I'm going to use them all. And then I decided, well, yeah, I wanted more. I wanted to try a life planner version. So this is the 15-month hourly. Obviously, I got it customized for my channel, me. I have some inserts so you can get these add-on things. This is just like priorities and to-do list. It's a way to build your schedule. It has your calendars for the year, you know, your minis, and I marked them. I just used some highlighter tape and dots to mark my cruises. And then you've got these ones. I haven't done anything with those goal pages yet. And then this started in October. So here was the October decorations. I used the washi tape for camping trips. And then after the monthly view, it goes into a monthly sort of summary or journal or goals. And I just sort of put all that in there after it was decorated. And then the hourly view. I didn't really use the hourly pages, come to find out. I also got this partway into October, so some of it had already gone, but I did use it more some of the days. I fill it in, but I never look at it. So it's still good to sit down. It's very therapeutic to kind of mark out your day, but I never look at the hourlies on this. So I may change that up. So November, December, we're in January, and then here's a look at February. So I did definitely decorate all of these. And I think we did do a video walkthrough. If I did, I think I did. I'll put the link here. If you don't see a link there, then there's not a video. I think we did do a run through after I decorated it to look at how I did all the months of just kind of simple but fun. And you can see I kind of stuck with a little bit of the theme of the month or the color scheme, because this is the layers version. So it's kind of like layers, different colors for each month. And so you can just see there's July, August. Pineapples and flamingos has become my August trend. September, yeah, I've got some notes to self. October again, yay, camping. Maybe. Might do a lot more camping because I can't go cruising. But camping is very safe. I stay in my own trailer. The closest I get is across the campfire from people. That's pretty safe. There's my cruises with my mermaid washi. And then we have notes. There's some notes pages. Then you have your calendars looking. That's a contact list. There's your calendars looking beyond. And that's my cruises for 2022. And then you have stickers in the back. And these are some of the ones that I'm going to pull out and put into the sticker books I showed in my other video that I just got. And then in the back, that's just a blank paper actually. Okay, so that is the big journal. So I'm using that. And this became my primary calendar. I have my wellness log and my doctor's thing, and that's primarily how I use that. And I just have been keeping the calendar updated because I can grab that in one-stop shop and go somewhere. I don't travel with the dailies. I just leave those here when I'm doing my daily wanderings. But this sits on my table or my desk, and it's always opened to where I'm at. And I can just glance at it every day so I don't miss anything. But that's not really great to go out and run around appointments with, especially when you're trying to keep hands-free. So I ended up going with step 4, which is this awesome little pocket calendar. I love this. And this is perfect for almost any purse that I have, for sure. So I'm really, really liking this. So these two become my primary. I know 4 calendars is a lot for anyone, but I figured out how to make it work so that I'm not wasting any of it, and I'm experimenting, evolving how I'm using them. But this one is, well, one is super adorable. It's kind of structured the same way. So you have your big picture view for a couple of years. This one's 21, 22. Then it goes right into January. And I did not decorate this because there's just not any space to waste. So this is one of those, you got to write small and keep it to a minimum. But after the monthly view, you have sort of your monthly goals or notes. And then right after that page, you go into your weekly schedules. So, if I needed to write more details about what I was doing that day, maybe the address of the meeting I'm going to or whatever, I could put that in there. So That's what these notes are. But that's just the pages. It does come with a single ribbon marker, but here's the thing. So the months are marked. Like you can see this colored tab right there that says Jan for January. And if you were to flip through, you'll see the months, the tabs, see them coming up, marching up the side there. So you can see them, but you can't flip directly to them. You have to kind of flip through the book and stop, finally find it. So I added these little mini tabs on there. Now they do not, you can't buy these anywhere, not like this. You buy the regular size tab and then I cut them manually into this size so that it fits just perfectly January through December. And they're just, you know, yellow, red, green, white, blue, yellow, red, green, white, blue, yellow, yellow, because that's what I had left over. But there you go. And so that allows me just to grab that tab and flip straight to the monthly views. Let's look at August. Okay, there's August. Bam. So very helpful for me for sure. And that's how I've been using this. So this is a great on-the-go version. And it is tedious to keep 3 calendars updated. But anyway, it's working for me. And it gives me an option on any given day to have the format that I need in hand and ready to go. So there you go. If you have any questions, let me know. If there's something specific you'd like to see more of, please do let me know that as well. I'm happy to share. Really, I'm an open book, quite literally. Open. So next up, maybe I'll do that planning video later today, but that is not next. Next, we're going to do a what's in my bag. Stay tuned for that. Bye for now. Washi washi.